Welcome to the highlights of the Australia-India clash at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. This is the second last of the preliminary games and a very, very important one for both teams. The Australians, to keep up their confidence, need a victory, and the Indians, to pick up 2 points and give them an excellent chance of staying ahead of New Zealand, are in precisely the same situation. The points table at the moment, the Australians have 13 points, New Zealand have 7 and India 6, and a win here would take India a point ahead, and that would be valuable just in case there was a rain-marred match in Launceston, the last of the preliminary games. The team cards, well, there's only the one change in the Australian side. Dirk Wellham has come in place of Greg Matthews, who's been left out as a precautionary measure. He strained a muscle in his shoulder, and Wellham's come into the side. But there are 3 changes in the Indian team. Ashok Malhotra comes in, Roger Binney and Shiva Ramakrishnan, the little leg spinner. Out go Jimmy Amarnath with the leg strain, Kulkarni and Rajinder Singh Gai. We pick up play now in just about perfect conditions after Allan Border has won the toss and batted on a very good-looking pitch. Kapil Dev is coming in to bowl to Boon. It's 12 runs on the board, and your commentators Ian Chappell and Tony Gregg.
That's a lovely shot from David Boon. His confidence has grown enormously throughout this summer, and his offside play has improved immensely with that confidence.
Binney to David Boon.
It's a nice shot from David Boon. That's one part of his play that's improved enormously, his offside play.
Oh, and there was an impetuous moment from David Boon, but fortunately for Boon, it's paid dividends. Not a very good shot. His head went up. But nonetheless, he must have sighted that ball pretty well. He hit it in the middle, 4 to deep backward square leg, no wicket for 41.
And that's the answer. Straight into the base of the fence on the full. Well, if they hope to tie down Jeff Marsh with the introduction of leg spin, that did fix him, didn't it?
Well, imagination met with imagination, because Marsh realised that even had he mishit that, and he was hitting against the spin, it was a risky stroke. Had he mishit it, he was fairly confident that that ball would have spun off the bat over the top of the inner field on the offside.
Short. And 4. 8 from the over. 50 comes up for Australia, and this very, very big crowd here at the MCG appreciates every moment of it. Chapman Sharma to Marsh.
Well struck. Not quite in the middle of the bat, but well over the fields mid-off. It's excellent running between the wickets. It's well struck. That'll be 4. Yes, it beats Ravi Shastri. So that brings the partnership to 80.
Ravi Shastri to Boon.
That's 50 for David Boon. Well played once again, getting Australia away to a great start. Played all the shots early when the field was up, straight down the ground, and the square cuts, and this big crowd appreciating this fine knock.
Yes, they love to see a winner, and well done, David Boon. He's played some delightful shots, some nice cover drives. And look at the fans in the outer. They really love David Boon. And what an opening stand they've set up.
Excellent running, brings up the 100. 7 runs off the over. Well played, Boon and Marsh. A wonderful performance. No wicket for 100.
And that's the 50 for Jeff Marsh.
And what a run feast these two batsmen are turning on for their supportive Melbourne crowd. A nod of acknowledgement down the wicket to David Boon, who's just passed on his congratulations to his partner.
Over cover, just over Gavaskar. In fact, it mightn't have been over anyone else's head, but a beautifully timed shot.
Well, if Sunil Gavaskar had achieved his ambition of being more than 5 feet tall, then conceivably he could have taken that catch.
Can't get to it. Beautifully timed by Jeff Marsh. It sounded as though it had come off the outside edge of the bat. If it did, he's got hold of a pretty good piece of willow. Nicely placed by David Boon. And it gets through Malhotra. They travel pretty quickly on those practice wickets, and it caught the young man by surprise.
He's going to get even more of a surprise when Kapil Dev speaks to him, because the Indian skipper was far from pleased about this little piece of misfielding. That was a supremely confident stroke from Boon, who got right to the pitch of the ball and smashed it away from about leg stump, putting it away through the offside, and that ball just bumping a little bit as it went along the wicket.
This is a perfect batting strip, but he's still bowling very well indeed.
Well, he's got him. Caught at extra cover. Boon once again down the wicket, trying to smash that one down to the extra cover boundary, and he hit it straight to Kapil Dev.
Yes, and Ravi Shastri once again picking up the wicket of David Boon, but what a wonderful partnership as we see Boon down the wicket, made some room and hit it to the man with the magic hands, Kapil Dev. He takes the catch at deep cover. Boon is out for 76, the end of a wonderful stand, one for 146.
The cricketing hero of Australia, big crowd here to cheer him on. A strike rate of 68.97, and have a listen to that chant. Border hits that one through the gap at mid-wicket. He took it from outside off stump in order to dispatch it in that direction. In the air, he's gone. Gavaskar moving away to his right there at mid-wicket, taking the catch. And so Marsh, who's played so well, deciding to try and heave it over the onside field, didn't quite middle it, and Gavaskar took a good catch.
Yes, that's a disappointing stroke from Marsh, really. He's been at the crease for 37 overs. He could have gone on for a big 100. But Gavaskar took a well-judged catch. It was just wide of him. The ball just spun slightly. Gavaskar to his right took the catch. So with drinks coming on the ground, Australia are 2 for 161.
Beautiful stroke by Wayne Phillips. Just picked it up and hit it away to the untended part of the ground behind deep square.
And that's the way you do it. Some fairly basic Australian signs out there. But that was sweetly timed. Well, what an extraordinary piece of cricket.
Just hit the off stump. A Kapil Dev strikes, injured finger and all. Normally bowlers look a little happier when they've taken a wicket, but that must have jarred when he smashed it against the stumps. And just brushed the outside of off stump. 4 for 212. Phillips is gone. Yes, must be gone. The shout was from Phillips for yes for the single. Waugh was flat-footed, but the ball went at great pace to the man at point. I doubt very much if Waugh could have got to the other end. Phillips got halfway down and then failed to make the other half back.
I understand Steve Waugh was involved in a very nasty run out in the last game. He was out by 20-odd metres. And this time, Kapil Dev taking the stumps from the bowler's end, removes the bails, and Phillips is on his way for 8. Australia 5 for 212.
Dirk Wellham is the new batsman. Coming in at quite a tough time. Wickets falling, and the run chase on just in the dying moments of the inning.
That's a nice start for Dirk Wellham.
There's a good shot from Dirk Wellen there. Looked to me as if he tried to slide it away down through that vacant slip area.
And right on line again, Keppel Dev. He's already hit the stumps of Dean Jones. He's followed it up now with Stephen Waugh's wicket.
Yeah, he's trying to give himself a little bit of room there to hit it away through the offside. Notice his backward movement, the ball bang on target, and that hit middle and off. 6 down for 224.
That's pretty close, yes. Tony Crafter agrees. That was well and truly on line, so he really is working on the theory, if they miss, I'll hit.
Not a bad theory either. It looked very adjacent. Across the stumps he goes. Not much bounce. Hit him on the roll, and a very confident appeal there from Dev, and indeed from Moray. And so we're going to see, I suppose, all the fielders coming in to save the single. I think that's perhaps going to be the tactic. There are no slips in position. It looks as if he's decided that apart from third man and fine leg, everyone's to save one. 7 fieldsmen all in the circle saving the single. Gilbert on strike. The roar goes up. In comes Dev on a hat-trick.
And met with aplomb there. Dave Gilbert avoiding the hat-trick very simply.
2 balls to go.
Instead, Wellen picks up the single. 7 for 235. They restricted Australia to.
So India require 236 to win. The asking rate, that's 4.72 per over. It won't be easy, but the pitch is good and they have the batting strength to do it. McDermott comes in now to Srikanth.
Watch this here. He lets it go. Now watch his bat. Let's watch it very closely. Does he hit the stumps? He does. In fact, he was out hit wicket. That's incredible. That is a spectacular incident. When unheeded by the square leg umpire, Chris Srikanth actually, with him drawing the bat, followed through with the swing of the arm and knocked the bail off.
That's a very good square drive. And it'll go into the boundary. And top-edged right over David Boon's head and away to the third man boundary. Well, he's a little bit out of form, but he's obviously decided that he's going to try and hit his way back into form.
Well, that's well played. Straight down the ground. He's very good at that straight drive. And he doesn't mind lofting him either. Once he gets going, he's very dangerous.
Well, this shot's been a long time coming. He struggled to really middle the ball, like we saw from him during the early part of the tour out here. He played some magnificent knocks in the Test arena, but today he struggled just a little bit in fading light. Not easy conditions out there, but that was a beautiful shot.
We're down the wicket again. This is in the air. He's going to go. He's gone. Out, quite a bit off. And the bowler's having a real go at him out there. They obviously thought he was out earlier on. That's the end of Srikanth and a big wicket to Australia.
Yes, that's a hometown decision. Simon Davis, the Victorian fast bowler, sets it up. The charge down the wicket. Not a very elegant shot. And the local hero, Dean Jones, throws the ball high in the air. And there's a cheerio too for Srikanth. He's on his way. 27, 34 deliveries. India 1 for 46.
He's cut that one away very forcefully. It's racing away down towards the backward point boundary. Well, that was magnificent timing by Gavaskar. That one short outside off stump, but gave him a little bit of room and he carved it away.
No problem with that. Away goes Ashok Malhotra. The fielder let it get down fairly low there, Simon Davis, but he held it safely enough. And India lose another wicket. Malhotra was going along all right. The runs were coming in singles. But that just cut back on him a little bit. The catch taken by Davis.
Yes, a simple catch. The leading edge as Malhotra perhaps just tried to angle that ball away on the leg side a little bit too much. 2 for 79.
But this pair now need to get on with the job. The run rate required above 6.
And that's a much better shot there from Vengsarkar. And he's found the boundary, something that India badly needed.
And they really have jumped ahead, the Australians. The Indians are lagging a fair way back now. They'll need more than just batting out of the crease.
That's a good shot from Gavaskar. Once it gets on those practice pitches, it's gone. Nice placement.
Taking advantage of the inexperience of War, who really has been a great campaigner for a man so few years. Batting outside of the crease, broke up the line and the length of War, and with the precision of a surgeon, put that one through the covers for 4.
Past McDermott, so 2 boundaries in this over. 2 problems now for Steve Waugh. .50 for Gavaskar.
Sunil Gavaskar, tremendous half century.
And that's well placed. An educated edge.
All the places in the ground to score runs in a one-day game, that's just about the best. It's another man that must be having mixed feelings at the moment. Tim Zoa has been picked as the #1 keeper to tour New Zealand. And Wayne Phillips out there, he's got the gloves on. He'll have the gloves on too for a few games yet. But he's now almost a spare parts cricketer for Australia, filling 3 roles.
Phillips is in desperate trouble there. I think he's damaged a finger. Trying to get the glove under the ball there. He's taking off the inner glove. I reckon he's got real problems there.
And judging by the look on his face, let's see if we can pick up whether or not this carries. Just short, I'd say, of the gloves. And it looked to me as if it hit him right on the end of the fingers.
There's real trouble out there for Australia now. Wayne Phillips is in such pain, he's going to have to go off, and the Australian captain Allan Border is going to keep wickets. I have a feeling I've seen David Boon keep wickets before. There was a consultation between Phillips, Boon and Border earlier, but Phillips is leaving the field now, and he was in great pain. And there's the one we were talking about, down the leg side, and Border was so wide he had no chance of cutting it off. It's gone for 4 leg byes. Umpire has said a stroke was played.
The straight line from about leg stump. You can get some idea of how far Border's got to go if it does go down leg side.
And Vengsarkar has gone to the half century. There's 66 for Gavaskar and 49 on to 50 for Vengsarkar. Made them at a pretty good rate as well.
Gavaskar gets it in the air, it's over the top, that's well struck. Brings up the 100 partnership. Sunil Gavaskar heading straight down the ground.
Yes, and this is a very, very good association for India. What power this little man has. He's hit 1 or 2 balls this evening with a power that belies his stature. He's hit one over the top of extra cover that almost went for 4, and this one he hits over the top of mid-on with a lot of bottom hand, and he must be a superb timer of the ball to clobber a ball like that.
55 runs required. The fine legs brought up. Long on's gone back. Got him. Hit the off stump. Gavaskar trying to hit across the line. Excellent partnership between Gavaskar and Vengsarkar. Comes to an end with Gilbert striking off stump.
So 102 partnership comes to an end, much to the relief of the Australian crowd, much to the relief of Allan Border, much to the delight of Dave Gilbert, who sensibly pitched that ball up the roundabout off stump. It went straight on as Gavaskar attempted to loft the ball over mid-wicket, hit across the line. Not a scientific shot, but a risk he had to take. So Gavaskar is out with the total 3 for 181.
Well struck. That's beautifully played, Vengsarkar. Beats mid-on, racing down towards the outer at the southern end. Beautifully timed on drive. 46 runs for victory. Beautifully struck. What a glorious shot. Magnificent timing and placement. Used his feet, got into position beautifully, Vengsarkar. Touch of class. Pulls that nicely. Beautifully placed between fine leg and square leg. Jones is putting in the big strides. This time doesn't hold it back. And 4 runs.
Well, that was bad luck for Dean Jones. He made a gallant attempt to get to it. McDermott just dropping that ball short, and moreover going down the leg side. Jones in hot pursuit. He slides after the ball at the last moment, gets a hand to it, flicks it back, but doesn't quite flick it back enough, flicks it sideways, pushes it in fact with his body and pushes it into the gutter and concedes 4 runs. Crucial runs too.
Vengsarkar, full credit to him. He's taken the brunt of the attack.
Oh, what a shot. That ball wasn't all that short, and it's only bounced 3 times before it hits the longest boundary here at the MCG.
Well, the arrogance of the man. He's gone back on his stumps and tugged it away. Beautiful timing. It's a big 6. I've seen very few 6s hit out there. It's about 90 metres, maybe even further. Capital Dev rattled the pickets. It bounced back 5 or 6 metres after hitting the fence. What a shot.
And he's tried to repeat the dose and hold out. Dirk Wellham. Capital Dev got that one around a little further than he meant to. I think he was looking for mid-wicket. It finished up at backward square leg, and a catch well taken by Dirk Wellham.
The damage is done. He tried to repeat the dose. In fact, he hit that a little bit too well. Nice catch in the difficult situations, running back, the lights, the crowd, the roar. But 23 runs again, 19 deliveries, and India well on the way to victory at 4 for 230.
And that's wrapped the match up. Magnificent hit from Chetan Sharma. That'll bounce away into the mid-wicket boundary. So India winning with a little more than an over to spare and 6 wickets in hand.